What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today for review we have the Koenigsegg Jesko Attack. This one is the bright orange paint job from CM model. There's been a couple different brands that have done this car, but CM model is the first one that I will be reviewing here. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at it and see if it is worth adding to your collections. As always, let's get things started by looking at our casting first things first. And everything is looking pretty solid from a proportional standpoint. We'll go ahead and kind of pop the real life car in there so you can get a little bit of a comparison there. Overall, it looks pretty solid in my opinion, and nothing really to speak on. Let's go ahead and break the casting down next. And so what you're going to see here painted in orange with the black accents is almost all going to be a die cast metal, which is very nice. Even the splitter section down here is going to be metal. Your plastic bits are, of course, going to be our mirrors, and then our little, dive planes here, and then the entire rear wing assembly, including the little, shark fin supports, whatever you want to call them. That is all going to be the plastic. And then pretty much everything else, except for what you would expect, like these things here, are going to be die-cast metal. So that is very, very solid and looks very nice. We do have a metal base on this one, which is cool. There are pieces of plastic right in here, and we'll get into why that is in a little while. But yeah, diffuser section casted in nicely. Splitter section, got some good details on the inside of that. All your body lines are as you would want them to be, casted in nicely. This bit here, these louvers casted in. Engine cover, all there. Any kind of little vent or intake or cutout is all going to be replicated, and replicated quite nicely. So for our paint and deco, so now this is, I want to say the second release from CM model of this casting. So the, I think the white one was their first one. This is the kind of, I don't want to say presentation livery, but the kind of livery that once the production versions of the Jesko Attack started to kind of show up, this is the one that they used in a lot of promotional images. And it's got this very nice orange enamel paint going on it. No metal flake or anything to it, but it still looks really good in my opinion. You've got these silver kind of accents and the black stripes, which look really good and complement the car quite nicely. And then you do get carbon fiber accents in a lot of places as well. And yeah, overall looks very, very good and very, very solid. If this one is not your cup of tea, there are several other liveries on their way. Moving into our details, so getting started up front here, we do get a Koenigsegg logo right there, which looks really good. 2 plastic headlight inserts, which obviously look very nice. Some carbon fiber accents up here on the louvers. Again, full carbon fiber work on the splitter and these dive planes and pretty much everything in this section. Very tough for you to see at this point, but there is meshing back in here in these vent sections, which looks really good in my opinion. Coming down to the sides here, you get a carbon fiber bit in there, and then you get these nice accurate wheels to one of the real life specs that you can get, and they do have brake discs and brake calipers on them, and that's very cool in my opinion. Now, here's the other thing about these wheels. Watch this. Boom. They pop off like almost like a Lego kit, and you can see here there's little holes for you to insert these little pegs into, and you can swap out the wheels very easily to the other set that comes with this particular car. So that's a very cool thing. I used to have the box of right here for the extra set of wheels so I could show you. I don't know where it wandered off to though, but here is a picture of what the other set of wheels look like. They're more probably the stock wheels. I think those are the wheels that actually come on the model when you first get it. But back into our details, you do get a little mirror piece right there. Going to be hard to see, a reflective bit. You get Koenigsegg logos right here on the wing supports, which look great. The ghost is present back here, which looks nice. You get kind of rivets on the rear wing, or the whatever this you want to call those things are. Carbon fiber. Moving into the rear, you get tail lights, inserts, exhaust tip painted. You got a Koenigsegg Jesko license plate, some extra reflectors. This whole section back here looking great overall. Interior looks decently enough as far as what you can see from it. But yeah, detailing very, very nice on this one. Moving into our roll test, just in case you've never owned any CM models. This one actually rolls better than a lot of the other ones that I have, which is very nice to see. Not quite as smooth as a Mini GT, but very close in the rollability category there. Going ahead and put this one on the scale, it comes out to be 41.69 grams, so it has some fairly good heft to it, but it's not going to be crazy heavy or anything like that either. Pros and cons. Biggest pro, in my opinion, is the swappable wheels. I think that was a very cool feature. I wish I could show you them a little bit better, but I have no idea where the box that I kept the extra wheels in has wandered off to. Interesting there. Anywho, though, back to the car. The carbon accents are another huge pro in my opinion. I think they look absolutely phenomenal. And if you really like this orange deco, this is probably going to be the cheapest way to get a premium version of it, because the other brands that have done premium Jeskos, their orange variants are a little more expensive. When it comes to the cons, there's only really one that I would point out, and it's really not even a huge big deal, is this rear wing should be kind of two sections, two separate pieces with just ever so slight separation between the two, and they kind of molded it into one big piece, similar to how Hot Wheels did their Jesko. Yeah, not the end of the world, but when other premium brands have separated it, it does kind of make you wish that this one had been separated as well. Alrighty guys, so let's move into some quick size comparisons here with some Mattel products that you might have, with the Matchbox Koenigsegg Jesko over there on the left, and then over here on the right is a Hot Wheels variant of the Koenigsegg Jesko Attack. And here we have it with some premium brands and their Koenigsegg offerings, with the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute from Poster Cars and the Koenigsegg CC850 from Tarmac Works. Alright, so with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and break this down and find an overall score here. So, hype level, I'm going to give it a 9.75 out of 10. I was very excited for this one. This deco was one I was definitely after, and then Tarmac Works came out with theirs, and it was a show exclusive, made it impossible to get at a good price. So, I was excited for this one, and these sold out very quickly, and they've been hard to get ever since. So, easy score there. Execution, I'm going to give it a 9.85. That little split in the rear wing is really the only thing I would ask for to be improved in the future. And I think for the price, this is definitely worth it. Feedback, I'm going to give it a 9.7 because, again, there have been some complaints about that rear wing. And then some people think that the nose sits a little too high. I could kind of see that, but I don't really have any beef with it personally. So 9.7 there. When we take these three scores, average them out, we will be left with an overall score of 9.77 out of 10. I think this is a great score because, honestly, this is a great model. It has some really cool features. It's got a very decent price. I got mine for $19 plus $6 shipping, so it cost me $25 at the end of the day. And like I said, came with an extra set of wheels. Those wheels are nicely detailed. They have the brakes. They have carbon fiber trim looking on them. Like, I think it just looks good. If you want this car in premium, the orange one in particular, this is going to be the cheapest way to get it. Tarmac Works was an event exclusive. Cheapest I've ever seen it go was like $40. The HKM, I'm not even sure that you can still order the orange one from them. And that one's going to be like $35. And then your only other choice at the moment is the Hot Wheels mainline, which is obviously $1, but nowhere near the quality of this. The carbon accents on this really, really look good. They go above and beyond helping this car really stand out and look very nice. It is probably my favorite feature of the CM models versus the Tarmac Works. I would say you should definitely act fast if you see this one come back into stock because it has been selling out quickly. It was not easy to find. There are more decos on the way. I think the very next one is like a metallic maroon red kind of color. So if you're a fan of the casting, but maybe not quite this deco, there are more on the way, so keep your eyes peeled. Alrighty guys, that will wrap up this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and do not forget to leave a comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model, and I will see you in the next video.